Some games don't just raise the bar, they completely redefine it. In this list, we're diving into 10 perfect games that were way ahead of their time. Titles that introduced mechanics, storytelling, or design elements years before the industry caught up. Whether it was through groundbreaking graphics, innovative gameplay, or daring narratives, these games didn't just entertain. They shaped the future of gaming. So let's rewind the clock and celebrate the pioneers that were truly built for tomorrow. God of War 2018 wasn't just a reboot. It was a complete reinvention of a legendary franchise. Trading in its chaotic hack-and-slash roots for a deeper, more emotional journey, this game follows an older, more restrained Kratos, as he sets out with his son Atreus on a quest across the realm of Norse mythology. What made it way ahead of its time was how seamlessly it blended brutal cinematic combat with intimate, character-driven storytelling. The over-the-shoulder camera, the single unbroken shot style, and the nuanced father-son dynamic all pushed boundaries for what action games could be. It's not just about slaying gods anymore, it's about legacy, grief, growth, and what it means to be a parent. With stunning visuals, a powerful score, and one of the best narratives in modern gaming, God of War set a new standard and proved that even the angriest gods can evolve. Next one is Ghost of Tsushima, which is a stunning love letter to samurai cinema and one of the most beautifully crafted open-world games of its generation. Set during the Mongol invasion of 13th century Japan, you play as Jin Sakai, a noble samurai forced to adapt his ways to protect his homeland, even if it means betraying the very code he was raised to follow. What made this game feel ahead of its time was its minimalist design, fluid combat, and the way it used the environment itself, like guiding wind and falling leaves, to replace traditional HUD markers. The result is an immersive experience that pulls you into every duel, every quiet moment, and every decision Jin makes. With its breathtaking visuals, rich storytelling, and respect for Japanese culture, Ghost of Tsushima isn't just a game. It's a masterpiece that redefined how open-world exploration could feel truly authentic. Next is Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, which is a bold, visionary game that was years ahead of its time, both in design and ambition. Set in a massive open world during the Cold War, it redefined stealth gameplay with its dynamic AI, real-time weather systems, and incredible player freedom. You take on the role of Big Boss, building your own private army while unraveling a complex, morally gray narrative full of betrayal, loss, and identity. What really set MGS5 apart was how it trusted the player, giving you tools, then letting you decide how to use them. From tranquilizer darts to airdrops, everything felt customizable and reactive. It blurred the line between cinematic storytelling and sandbox freedom in a way no game had before. Even unfinished, it was revolutionary. And in 2025, it still feels like a game from the future. Middle-earth. Shadow of War took everything great about its predecessor and expanded it into something truly groundbreaking. Set in the rich world of Tolkien's lore, you step back into the role of Talion, now wielding even greater powers thanks to his bond with the Wraith of Celebrimbor. But what truly set this game apart was its revolutionary Nemesis system. A dynamic AI mechanic where enemies remember you, adapt to your tactics, and evolve into rival characters with unique personalities and grudges. It made every encounter feel personal, unpredictable, and alive. Building your own orc army, conquering fortresses, and engaging in epic large-scale battles gave the gameplay a scale rarely seen at the time. Despite being somewhat underrated, Shadow of War delivered systems and storytelling that many games are only just starting to catch up to. In 2025, it still feels like a title that was ahead of the curve. Next one is Rise of the Tomb Raider, which builds on everything that made the rebooted Tomb Raider series great, offering an even more thrilling and emotional adventure. You once again take control of Lara Croft, now an experienced Tomb Raider, as she ventures through the icy landscapes of Siberia in search of the fabled city of Kitej. The game combines intense action, puzzle solving, and stealth mechanics, with breathtaking environments that range from lush forests to snow-covered mountains. What truly sets Rise of the Tomb Raider apart is its focus on Lara's character development. She's not just a survivor, she's becoming the iconic hero we know. The narrative is filled with personal stakes, and the game introduces challenging tombs and environmental puzzles that require both wit and skill. With its engaging story, polished gameplay, and stunning visuals, Rise of the Tomb Raider is a must-play for anyone who loves epic adventures. Next one is Sleeping Dogs, which is an underrated gem that blends open-world chaos with a gripping, undercover cop story set in the vibrant streets of Hong Kong. You play as Wei Shen, an officer tasked with infiltrating the triads. But as you dive deeper into their world, the line between duty and loyalty begins to blur. The game offers a perfect mix of intense hand-to-hand combat, fast-paced driving, and cinematic storytelling. What really sets it apart is its setting, a living, breathing Hong Kong filled with neon lights, night markets, and a sense of culture that makes every alley and backstreet feel alive. The martial arts-inspired combat is fluid and brutal, making every fight feel personal. In 2025, Sleeping Dogs still holds its ground as one of the most stylish and emotionally charged open-world games out there. If you missed it the first time, now's the time to dive in. Next is Resident Evil 2 Remake, which didn't just bring back a classic, it redefined what a remake could be. Capcom took a beloved survival horror game from 1998 and completely rebuilt it from the ground up with stunning visuals, modern controls, and a terrifying atmosphere that still honors the original spirit. What made it feel ahead of its time was its ability to blend nostalgia with innovation, creating a tense, immersive experience that felt both fresh and familiar. The over-the-shoulder perspective brought a new level of intensity, especially when navigating the dimly lit halls of the RPD with Mr. X stalking you. Its use of sound design, lighting, and pacing made every encounter feel genuinely nerve-wracking. This wasn't just a remake, or it was a masterclass in how to reintroduce a genre-defining title to a new generation. Even today, few horror games come close to matching its precision and polish. Next is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, which is a masterpiece that set a new standard for storytelling in open-world RPGs. You step into the boots of Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter for hire, navigating a war-torn land filled with magic, political intrigue, and moral gray areas. What makes this game legendary isn't just the massive world or the stunning visuals, it's the depth of its characters and the weight of your choices. Every side quest feels meaningful, every dialogue has consequences, and every location is rich with detail and history. The expansions, Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine, aren't just add-ons, they're full-blown adventures that rival most full games. Even in 2025, The Witcher 3 remains one of the most immersive, emotional, and rewarding games ever made. Whether it's your first journey or your fifth, returning to Geralt's world is always worth it. Next is The Last of Us Part 1, which is more than just a game. It's a powerful, emotional journey that stays with you long after it ends. Set in a world ravaged by a fungal outbreak, you follow Joel and Ellie as they navigate a broken America filled with danger, heartbreak, and fleeting moments of hope. What makes this game so legendary isn't just the tense stealth gameplay or the hauntingly beautiful world. It's the bond between these two characters. Their relationship grows in subtle human ways, pulling you deeper into their story with every step. The remastered Part 1 brings stunning visuals, enhanced performance, and refined mechanics, making an already unforgettable experience even more immersive. In 2025, revisiting The Last of Us Part 1 is like opening an emotional time capsule, one that reminds us why this game is considered a masterpiece in storytelling. Red Dead Redemption 2 isn't just a game. It's a living, breathing world that set a new standard for open-world storytelling. Set in the final days of the Wild West, you play as Arthur Morgan, a complex, deeply human outlaw navigating loyalty, loss, and the crumbling ideals of his gang. What made this game so far ahead of its time was its staggering attention to detail. From dynamic weather and realistic animal behavior to NPCs with daily routines and branching dialogue. The level of immersion is unmatched. Every choice feels meaningful and every corner of the world tells a story without saying a word. Its emotional depth, stunning visuals, and layered narrative push the boundaries of what games can be, not just as entertainment, but as art. Even years later, Red Dead Redemption 2 feels like a glimpse into the future of interactive storytelling.